What up, y'all? This is Ladies with KeKe. My name is Dana B.
Cassie J.
Oh,
I was doing level up, 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 level up. Okay.
This episode, because this episode, honey,
Nothing.
was a shit show.
Let me tell you right now.
Sky high.
This episode drove me to drinking.
Yes.
Oh, just so y'all know, we're talking about Real Housewives of Potomac. In case y'all like, what y'all talking about?
The review in Real Housewives of Potomac, season 5, episode 10. Sorry, not sorry.
Not sorry.
And so we're not going to go in chronological order of this episode because honestly, this whole episode was
just about two situations.
Yeah, Candace talking to her therapist about what happened and Monique talking to the other ladies at Karen's house about what happened. So we're not going all the way in chronological order, but we're going to give you our review on this shit show of a show, okay? So we're going to talk about...
We say that, but this is what we were waiting for.
Yeah, I've been ready to... Honestly, we talked early this morning, and so I got some of it out. So...
Just a little calmer.
Oh, yeah, because early this morning I was hot. So we're going to talk about Candace. Candace went to a therapist. So at beginning of the episode, Candace was saying how, you know, traumatic the fight was, and she's so hurt by her friendship with Monique.
She's PTSD.
Yeah. So, you know, she's going to talk to her therapist about it. And in her therapy session, the therapist, I felt like, was asking the right questions. I just feel like her answers is where she wasn't being accountable for the part that she played in the fight.
Correct.
Again, both of us, Cassie and I, do not condone violence. It was unfortunate that the fight happened. I'm going to keep repeating that into, you know, this whole
review.
But at the end of the day, no, the fight was unfortunate. Yes, the fight was terrible. Yes, yes, and yes. However, when the therapist asked Candace, hold on, I'm sorry, I lost my notes.
The therapist had asked, you know, she started explaining what was going on, like what happened, and she said that she put her hands up, but she said she talks with her hands, and she was talking about, you know, she was back there twirling and stuff. So he said, so now you're engaging with her. And she was like, yeah, but, and he was like, yeah, you were engaging with her.
Oh, so you engaged. Oh, so you were a willing participant.
You were starting. You started this.
I feel like the therapist was trying to get her to acknowledge
your part in this.
Yeah, but not really. We were just a little small little thing.
Not really.
More than that. It was more than that.
Right.
So Candace was telling the therapist the play-by-play. You know, we were going back and forth. Then she, you know, touched my hair. Oh no, she would go back and forth. Then she
said she put her hands up in her
face. And then Monique was like, oh, don't put your hand in my face. The therapist was like, well, was your hand in her face? She's like, I talk with my hands. But you do talk with your hands, but you also reach with your hand as well. But and then she was saying how, you know, Monique flicked her hair, and that made Candace
flicked her hair back.
No, she flicked her like a vest or whatever, her coat or whatever, and then
her jacket.
And then that's when the fight really happened. So no, Candace keeps saying it wasn't warranted. This fight was not warranted. You're right. She's right. This fight was petty. It was really about nothing. They were just going back and forth about beefs previous, you know what I mean? But it did not warrant a fight. You're right. However, when things are escalating with the whole girl this and the twirls and the flips and the touches, where do you think that it was going to go? It's not like you try to de-escalate the situation. And I read some of the comments, how, you know, Candace always walks away from Monique, and this time she decided to, stand up for herself.
She walked away from Monique this season. This season, she walked away from Monique.
But even in the therapy session, I agree with some things that she was saying. How she was like, I tried to change my approach with Monique. And we saw the clips, her apologizing, this, that, and the third. Yes, you did. The part where it's like where you have to be accountable, because again, this could happen again. If you have not learned anything from this altercation, it could happen again. What you gonna do? Drag me? That is an open invitation. I'm sorry. It's not right, but it's the world we live in.
Yeah.
If I'm having an argument with somebody, we're going back and forth. If I'm not a physical, or I'm not a fighter, I'm not gonna be like, oh, what you gonna do? Drag me? I'm not gonna do that.
I mean, her saying that is like the people that be out there like, I wish somebody would. I wish somebody would. I wish somebody would. That's like when people do that. And then when somebody do, then it's like, I can't believe they hit me. You was out there saying, I wish you would. I wish you would. Well, they did, ladies and gentlemen. And now it's like, oh my God, I can't believe you did that, which we're going to talk about later when we get to Karen and the ladies. Yeah, like we said, it's not okay for you to hit somebody. No, you shouldn't. You should try to use your words. You should try to walk away. You should try to use other methods. However, people are humans. They have emotions. People have their breaking points. And unfortunately, Monique just reached hers. And that's what happened.
My thing is, if you're not a fighter, you do need to watch what you say and don't try to escalate a situation, because you don't know what other people are capable of. You may not be a fighter, and I would never hit someone, but I like to talk my shit. Cool. That other person you're talking shit to, they might be about that life. It is what it is. So
now the other part though, you did that, she hit you. Now when she hit you, you continue to talk though. You did not stop. You did not walk away. You didn't say, you know what, somebody get an ambulance. I need to get out of here. I was assaulted, call the police. You didn't do none of that. You continue to call her names. You continue to provoke her.
You ratchet ass bitch. All that. That's what she was doing. So it's like, okay.
That's what got you popped the first time.
In that moment, the adrenaline's rushing. Okay, cool.
Yours is rushing just like hers. So that's what made you probably say, call her names and continue to do that. And you felt like maybe you was Layla Ali and you could fight then. You felt like, oh yeah, bring it on now. Come on, girl, bring it on. Okay. Now, had she got back around and hit you again, it probably was going to be the same thing that happened the first time.
Perhaps.
You probably should have just left. Security tried to get you out and you were still fighting them. If you felt so threatened, now I'm gonna bring that up later on. If you felt threatened, I don't see why people wasn't leaving. If y'all felt threatened, why didn't y'all leave?
Oh yes, what you just said. Like and like she's saying, she's dangerous. She was because Monique called Karen to see if Karen will host a gathering so Monique could tell her side of the story of what happened in the fight. And Karen called.
Wait, before we get to them, one last thing at the therapy session. The therapist asked Candace, do you feel that you play any role in this? She said no. He says, okay, fight aside. Leading up to this, do you feel like you contributed to it getting to this point where you guys got physical? No. Okay. If you could say anything to Monique, what would you say? Nothing. Okay. If you could say anything to her, you don't want to say nothing to her, but yet she also said in that therapy session, Monique has not called me. She hasn't reached out to me, but she's sending her lackeys to threaten me and to harass me and this, that, and the third. Okay, so Monique hasn't reached out to you for what? Why would she reach out to you? What do she have to say to you? You clearly don't have nothing to say to her. And if she did reach out to you, would you even accept the call? would you accept anything from her at this point? You just said you needed time to get past everything and to heal. So why would you expect a call from her at this point? It's only been a week.
Right. Well, what I was saying though about when Karen called Candace to let her know that Monique is having the girls over, Candace was saying how she's dangerous. She's, she's
how dare you extend this olive branch to her?
Her grace. How dare you? She's dangerous. She attacked me. And it's like, this is the problem though, because it's not as if, Candace, you were literally just sitting there having a civil conversation, and then
sipping your wine,
she came and just attacked you. That's not what happened. But that's how the victimness of it, yes, it's unfortunate that you got hit. However, you were still talking shit. All that, because that mouth can get you hurt too. That's my point. It's not right. I'm not saying that it's right, but that is reality. That's what.
But let's not forget, you guys. Candace did throw a knife at Ashley in her house.
That's dangerous.
Let's not forget. So Candace is not innocent. She's not. It's not like she's never been violent.
She's not a fighter.
Just because it was a butter knife, don't mean it wasn't a knife.
Honestly, when you told me that, I was like, oh. So basically, she don't want any type of accountability for
She had that knife and she was banging on the table. And she
had a knife at something else too this season.
Like Evelyn threw that wine bottle.
What did she have? When did she have a knife in her hand? Was it at the winery? Cause I remember Wendy was like, whoa, the knife. Where were they at? She had a knife.
No, that's why Candace, that's when they had that sit down. That's why they removed the silverware. That's why Monique was like, let's remove all the silverware.
From this season?
From the table. When they had Ashley and them meet this season.
Oh, no, but I'm talking about, there was a time where Candace had a knife in her hand. They were eating dinner. And not like she just, put it on a knife. But they were eating dinner and she was talking.
Run around.
Knife with her hand. In her hand. And Wendy was like, drop the knife. Was that, I forgot, when was that? Was that for the winery or at another event?
I don't remember when that was.
But it was the season.
If Wendy was there, then yeah, it had to be the season.
Oh, true. Duh.
Yeah.
But it's just, my thing is this. Watch your words. If you're not about that life, you don't want that smoke. Just like me, I'll talk about myself. I'm not a fighter. I don't like confrontation. Honestly, I'm not going to do it. So obviously, I'm not going to be engaging with someone who's going to keep escalating.
Right.
I'm going to de-escalate it because I'm not going to have no energy in it. Now,
I don't want to put myself in danger.
There may be an incident where you just caught me on the wrong day.
Right.
I've never been in a fight in my life, not that I can recall. Not like grade school though, but childhood, like elementary school.
Right,
but,
it's like
down count. But one day, who knows? But even though I'm not about that life, and who knows what it could happen, I'm not going to be running my mouth as if I'm a fighter. So either shut up or learn how to fight. Because the way that you talk to people, that can also be—
You're going to get in a fight. You're going to get into a fight.
It's not right, people. But here we are. This is reality here. This is a reality show, but this is reality. So Candace missed me with the bullshit. I'm sorry. I'm sorry that she didn't get dragged. She got hit a couple times. I'm sorry that this happened.
She didn't get dragged. She
got
her head hit a couple of times, and
she got pop. Sorry that happened to you. But if you don't learn from this, it will happen again. Maybe not with Monique, but it'll happen with someone else. Because not everyone is going to be—
and the way this preview looked
with your mouth.
The way the preview looked for the rest of the season, I can see it happening again because you're still running your mouth, and now you got your husband involved.
We'll get that. Yeah, we'll get into that one, honey. So, all right. So that's with Candace. So Monique called Karen, as I was saying, and she really wanted to get asked questions of what really happened because some things she doesn't remember because she blacked out. So she asked Karen, hey, can you host this? And Karen said yes. So the ladies come to Karen's house. So first Robin arrives, then Giselle arrives. Giselle arrives with a bodyguard. Make that make sense.
Like, well,
Giselle came with a bodyguard, make it make sense.
with her security.
Yes. Giselle got on my last nerve.
Okay.
My last.
For Giselle to be so shady, she another one. I mean, you don't run your mouth like Candace do, but for you to be so shady, you need to stop being so scary.
I just feel like all the ladies had their own. For one, all the ladies except for, I should say this,
Ashley and Karen.
Yeah, Giselle, Wendy, and Robin came with their minds.
They already came in.
The house, their minds were
Robin, I mean, Giselle said before she got there, unless she do the following, I'm out. She needs to, basically, she was like, I need her to bleed red with apologies or I'm out.
Right.
Okay, so you really did not come to hear what she had to say. Like, well, you really didn't.
She literally said, I didn't come here to ask questions. I came here to give my commentary.
And get my apology. And it's like, I don't owe you an apology though. I didn't do nothing to you.
She said that the apology is owed to Candace. She said, if she does not beg for Candace's forgiveness, I'm done with her. You were done with her before you left the damn house. Let's be clear.
I'm not begging nobody for nothing.
So Robin, Giselle, Wendy, Ashley, they arrived. Monique is not there yet. So
then Giselle got an attitude with that. She's like, I mean, when is she gonna come? Because I have things to do.
Yeah.
How long did you pay for the security guard to be with you?
So Robin shows the ladies.
Monique shows up.
No. Before Monique shows up, Robin shows the ladies.
Oh, the tweet Monique and the blog.
Right, because Monique sent a tweet saying, "Ask and you shall receive." So she was saying that while Ashley was
Ashley was defending her.
Was trying to defend Monique a little bit because these ladies were trying to crucify her. How she's not a role model to her daughters. She's not a role model
to other black women.
Oh, it irked my nerves. It made my scalp itch. Let me tell you, I don't know what holier than thou, self-righteous, high horse these three ladies live on, but I'm gonna need them to snap back to reality, especially Wendy and Giselle. Robin, I kind of feel like Robin was saying she was gonna give Monique the benefit of the doubt until she saw the blog and until she saw the tweets. It could be an excuse. I'm gonna give it the benefit of the doubt. But
I feel like it was.
Wendy and this whole, disgracing Black women talk. This is too much. It's too much.
Wait, this is the problem. For whatever reason, they feel whenever you come on national TV, you instantly become a role model. That is not how it works. Everybody does not come on TV to be a role model. They come on TV to get celebrity status, to get fame, to get money, to get recognized. Everybody is not coming on TV to be a role model. A lot of people do not come on TV to be a role model. I don't want to say most, but yeah, darn near most of them don't come on TV to be a role model. It may end up leading them to be a role model, but that is not their first intention. They're not getting up and I'm like, you know what, girl, I'm going to audition for the show so I can be a role model for these young women. That's just not what they're coming on here to do. So I get it, Wendy, you're educated, you have all these degrees, you're so well established and all this, and you're a role model. That is not what Monique has portrayed
Did I lose you in this thing?
Portrayed herself to be since I've seen her on this show. That's not what everybody wants to do. Just don't do that. So yeah, you can miss me with that, and then we get talking about this whole angry black woman thing. Okay, listen, that's like when a man want to call a woman a bitch because you tried to holler at her and she said, no, I'm not interested. Oh, why you gotta be a bitch? I'm not a bitch. I just said I wasn't interested in you. So, okay, a woman didn't do what you want to do, or she did something that you didn't like. Oh, now she's an angry black woman. Well, maybe I am angry. Maybe I got a right to be mad. And in this case, Monique had a right to be mad. But why we gotta label her angry black woman? She was just upset because of stuff that everybody's not privileged to.
My thing.
But we're gonna go into the angry black woman movement.
My thing is though, when did Monique become the face of black women? None of y'all women represent all of black women.
When did she become the face of black women?
So
she don't represent me.
Stop that whole
She's not even in my state.
White women have fights. I've seen white women fight. I've seen Hispanic women fight.
New Jersey.
Fight. Okay. Mob Wives.
Real Housewives of New Jersey fight every season.
Yep. And I think this new season of Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, I think they're getting a little altercation too.
Yeah. Is it Salt Lake or is it Seattle? Yeah, Salt Lake.
It's Salt Lake City.
They don't be fighting. I know they are.
My thing is, why does it have to be, you're doing wrong for black women? Oh, the black women, like seriously, stop. When white people fight, they don't be like, oh my God, you're a disgrace to white people.
Kardashians.
They were in the fight. Well, yeah, they were in the fight.
They did get that fight.
They did. My thing is, it's like, Monique has the right to be judged by her own actions, not all of black women.
She doesn't represent, the collective.
You know what I mean? It's like, no, Monique and Candace had a fight, not, the black woman this, the black woman that. That whole narrative, I'm just tired of it. I'm tired of it. Monique does not represent all black women. Yes, they got in a fight.
Stop lumping us all together. Because if that's the case, then that would be like, okay, you see Wendy, then that means, well, why aren't all black people, have PhDs and in 5 degrees? I mean, Wendy has them because she doesn't represent all black people. Well, why aren't all black people that living in Potomac? Because that's not all black people. Well, why aren't all black people married to a cheater like Giselle about to be? I mean, you don't represent everybody.
Also, I just lost my train of thought. I hate when I do that. I knew it. I was like, I'm about to lose my train of thought if I don't focus on this certain thought.
Well, I'm gonna say when Monique got there and she started to explain herself, she did apologize. And she said, there's no excuse, there's no justification for what I did. So she acknowledged that what she did was not right. And there's nothing she can say to change that. It happened. There's nothing she can say. She doesn't know why. There's nothing she can say. It happened. My emotions are still wrong, still raw. She's still processing it to this day. She said she would apologize for putting everybody in danger. And she's basically like, I'm still working through it. And she hopes that they do not judge her for this one mistake that she made in that moment.
Right.
Ashley now, she got emotional.
Yeah.
Right. Honestly, as she was doing that, Giselle, let me take notes.
Let me take notes. So that's the thing about, all right, so now I remember what I was going to say.
She said, okay.
This whole thing with Wendy, though, and this whole, black women, we need to hold ourselves to a higher standard. If that's the way you feel, cool. But you have to be consistent with that. Because at the end of the day, if we're holding ourselves at this standard, that means y'all shouldn't be calling each other out on the calling each other out of y'all name. Because I've been hearing bitches and hoes. No, not this.
You went off on Ashley at the lake.
all the shady and the condescending and the pettiness and all that stuff that y'all do, not Black women. So my thing is, don't make it seem like if we're according to Wendy, Black women will hold ourselves, and Giselle, hold ourselves to this state here. That means the name calling, the shady, the backstabbing, all that other stuff, that should be
all the sneakiness.
Because that's also degrading Black women too.
Right.
So it's like you can't pick and choose because it got into a physical altercation. What do y'all think y'all actions are going to evolve to?
Because that altercation that happened between her and Ashley should have never happened. She shouldn't have been at the table over there arguing and yelling at her. Right. And even if it did happen, she should have quickly and immediately, and as T.I. said, expeditiously apologized to her. Not, well, if she apologized, I'll apologize. No, that's not how Black women should act. You should have apologized.
Where we're at. No. We are the example. We are prime and proper.
Not the queens.
Like, stop. That's the problem with it. Monique made a mistake. It got too hot. It happened.
Right.
So what you can do is everyone can learn from this. And since the standard is so high, y'all should be changing the way that y'all interact with one another going forward. Since y'all so holier than thou. Because that would piss me off. It's like, no, because if we're up here, this bar, you shouldn't be calling each other bitches. Y'all shouldn't be talking behind each other's backs. Y'all should be encouraging one another. And when Monique came and she, honestly, she was like crying. She got a little emotional. Maybe it was real. Maybe it wasn't. Who knows? She got emotional. Because
Giselle didn't believe her.
Right. Because they were looking like, really?
Giselle didn't believe her. Robin didn't believe her. Giselle made a comment.
Explain her side, and she said, I'm sorry, I put y'all in harm's way in this. I'm sorry that I let her get under my skin like this. I'm sorry that I got out of character. Please do not judge me from this one mistake.
Right.
Robin, that was cute. I would have believed you.
She said, I almost believed you, but
this tweet,
and she was like, did you not put this tweet up? No, first she did ask about the blog, and she was like, I didn't leak a blog. And she was like, well, it was very one-sided, so where did it come from? She said, I didn't talk to anybody. I talked to one person. It was a couple of days ago.
And that's
2 days later, she said, but it was...
it looks like that person probably did leak.
Probably said something.
Right. Now, can you say?
But she was like, that wasn't my fault.
Because she said, I don't want this to be out. This is embarrassing. It is embarrassing. So they're thinking.
And then that's when. No, I was gonna say that's when Wendy went to try to give us a Webster explanation of the difference between remorseful and embarrassment. Embarrassment is selfish.
But that's
oh my God.
That's the thing, Wendy, really? Because like you just said, when you have that little situation with Ashley that you were at fault of that was not warranted for Ashley to be involved in, you wouldn't even apologize until after she did. So who the hell do you think you are to judge her? My thing is
just like, what is happening?
My thing is, my problem with Wendy, Giselle, and Robin is the fact that yes, you can be disappointed in Monique. Ashley was disappointed. Cameron was disappointed. I like the way they handled it because they were disappointed, but they also came with a place of love too. Like, yo, you're my friend.
I'm coming out of love and support.
You fucked up, but what are you gonna do going forward, right? That's what their whole thing was. So the fact that Robin and Giselle and Wendy are really judging, they're judging Monique at this point. It's like, who are y'all to judge? Especially Miss Giselle, not Miss First Lady.
Robin was like, I don't believe you. I mean, you posted she was like, okay, maybe I'll believe the blog, but what about this tweet? Did you post this? She said, yes. Is this tweet about the fight? She said, yes. She said, it's true. She asked for it. And she said, see, that right there, that just proves that you're not remorseful. And I loved how Ashley was like, well, she didn't say she was remorseful, baby. And that was true. She said, right now, I'm telling you guys right now, I am still in my feelings, in my bag, in my emotions. My hormones are still going. I have not processed fully what is going on. They said, have you never gotten into a fight? I'm gonna tell you right now, if you've ever experienced anything traumatic, it does not go away the next day. Your feelings are still there. If you had a child, have you heard of postpartum, what is it? Postpartum
depression.
Yes. So
there's aftermath.
It's not like that goes away in a week. People have to go to doctors to talk to somebody about that. If people have been in an accident, people that's been over in wars, that stuff don't go away overnight. That stuff sticks with you for a while. It was traumatic for her. She said she blacked out. So, yeah, she was like, this has never happened to me before. She said, I never felt like this. She didn't say she got to a fight.
Like, I don't know what I feel right now, but I'm not remorseful. I don't know what.
Right. She's like, I've never felt like this before. And I think that's the problem for her, is that she's probably like, yeah, I've been in fights before, but I've never felt like this.
Because like even Wendy, before Monique got there, Wendy, Giselle, and Robin talking about how she's not being a good role model to Black women or to her daughter. And so Ashley was like,
why are you bringing in the kids? Why are you talking about kids?
Extensive, because at the end of the day, are y'all good role models for y'all kids?
Yeah, we're gonna talk about kids in a second.
We're only basing off of your actions,
right?
Like, come on now, seriously.
Okay, speaking of kids,
and then when Ashley was trying to defend her, Wendy was like, "Oh no, like." Oh, she's not a good role model. Telling her she's going to kill her and run around the building. But it's like what she's not realizing, what Wendy's not realizing is that's during the fight. That's when she was in that room and the producers were like not letting her
holding her.
And she hearing, oh girl, what's her name? Candace talking about bitch, hood rat, da da da. She's still in that go mode. That's right. The thing.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm like you. I don't condone violence, and I'm not a fighter. But had I gotten into a fight with somebody, and normally I've been called my name before. It's not, it's happened a time or two. And I want to put my hands on people, but it's like I got something to do tomorrow. I got something, I got something to lose. So we're gonna figure this out. But in that moment, if they did separate me from somebody, but I can hear you saying, you ghetto bitch, you hood rat bitch.
I'm still in go mode. Yeah, let me get her. Let me get her.
You know what? Give me something.
Yeah.
Give me something.
Yeah. And
it's natural. You gonna be, if I can get my hands on something, and you gonna say just that, I'm gonna kill that bitch. I'm gonna kill her.
Right.
Do you really want to kill them? In that moment, you might.
Well, you're not gonna go there. You're not, it's like
you might feel like you want to.
You're hot. You're in the moment. You're not thinking rationally. You got your adrenaline pumping. It's not an excuse. Yes, she was wrong.
Right. We're not making an excuse for it, but it's human nature. It's what it is.
Thank you. Stop. I'm tired. Like them acting like y'all never seen a fight before. Y'all never seen two people fight. They're making it seem like,
you know what? You make it
seem like Monique broke her arm. Now Candace is a paraplegic or something. It was a cat fight. Calm down.
Take fighting out of it. You ain't never got upset. You ain't never got. I'm gonna take it to, okay, Giselle. When you find out your husband cheated, you tell me you wasn't upset. You didn't want to cut his manhood off. You didn't want to go find a woman. You didn't want to do none of that. I'm just saying it's natural for you, if somebody has done you wrong, for you to feel something. It's natural.
Right. And Wendy was
unless you Gandhi or Mother Teresa.
Some people are. That's the thing though. They're because Wendy was like, I have people call me the N-word. I have people call me out my name. I have people provoke me every day.
N-word, talk about my children.
Cool. There's a difference between colleagues.
You know why? Because you're at work.
Yeah, it's different between colleagues and Twitter thugs
versus
you're at work friend that you know. that y'all have a personal, deeper relationship, that's a little different, okay? Yeah, I could probably ignore little stupid little comments. People I don't know, they don't know me. But for someone that I do know, it's obviously a little deeper than that. So for you to try to compare apples to oranges, it doesn't work. It just doesn't. And Giselle, when she was
talking, I'm not gonna lose my job behind you disrespecting me. I'm just gonna report you.
I'm going to HR lady. That's what I'm gonna do. But so Giselle was going, because Monique was trying to tell her side of the story, and Giselle was being real condescending. She really was. And so when Giselle was talking, guess what Monique started to do?
She had her phone out taking notes.
Oh, you're taking notes? I'm gonna take some notes too. And then so Giselle was like, I talked to my daughters about this, and they told me they don't want me nowhere near you. And so Monique was like, yeah, okay, I would want my daughter to see that too if they had heard your version of it as well. My thing with that though alone, one, why are you bringing your daughters into an adult, even though it was childish, but it's still an adult situation. You shouldn't have brought that to your daughters. Two, Miss Giselle, didn't your same daughters tell you not to go mess with their dad?
Daughters that you going with your cheating husband?
Not to you tell them no more, but did you listen to them?
You're not listening to them now?
From your daughters.
Right.
Miss me with the bullshit. And Giselle, I'm sorry again. Yes, Monique made a mistake. Yes, it was wrong. Yes. However, for you to be the first lady, or was the first lady, honestly, let me rewind that. If I went to Pastor Jamal Bryant's church, and Giselle is there, as the girlfriend, the lady, the first lady, or whatever, I would leave. Because last time I checked, as a first lady of a Christian church, you shouldn't be judging anybody. What you should have done was pray for her. You said, you know what, Monique, I don't condone what you've done, but I'm going to pray for you. I'm going to pray for that malice to get out your heart. You do not judge someone and make it seem like, oh my God, you're now a peasant because you resulted to violence. Oh, I could not, me and Jamal's image.
We have an image to keep, so I cannot be associated with you any further. I am done. I am leaving. I have to go since you cannot, you can't, I am done. Okay, bye, girl.
It is that holier than thou, high horse type of mentality. It's like,
but it's now you feel that way. Now you're worried about an image, because had this been a year ago when you two weren't together, you probably would have been just like, girl, I can't believe you. You would have sat there like Robin and Wendy, and y'all would have just been gossiping about it when they went in the kitchen.
Excuse me, what image? Last time I checked, you mean
he cheating and he got 8 kids, 8 baby mamas,
6 or 7 baby mamas. You mean that image? Are you serious? That's my point. You cannot make it seem like you're holier than thou. Everyone has their things. Everyone has their faults. Everyone has their issues. For you to judge someone off of this one thing, and she was talking about how, no, this is not a one-time thing, because when you first met me, you said you're going to punch me in my face. She said in the confession,
recount.
She said that too in the confession, not to your face. 2, and then she was saying how her and Robin got into it with the little umbrella situation, and then how last year she told Candace that she was going to drag her, and this year you did it. But it's like, okay, but didn't your best friend also have some type of threatening verbal exchanges? I could have sworn that Robin and Ashley, well, remember when Robin and Ashley got into it at Ashley's restaurant, and I could have sworn, I can't remember verbatim, I could have sworn though that I heard Robin,
Robin and Giselle don't rolled up on Ashley a couple of times.
So it was like, stop it. And if you knew this what she was capable of because of all the threats in the year, then why are you going to poke the bear then?
Why are y'all going over there bothering her? Why are you hanging out with her? If I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't go places that are dangerous. I don't hang around dangerous people. If somebody threatens me, it only takes one time. And I'm like, oh, okay, that's how she is or he is. That's it. We don't do that.
Right.
We don't play with threats. So,
it's like, because honestly, what, Cassie, all the time you say you're going to run somebody over with your car, right? You always say that.
All the time.
I don't think that she's really going to literally run somebody over with her car.
You know, if I really mean I'm going to run somebody over with my car, it's only a few things that you can do to make me really want to cause bodily harm to you. That's messing with my nephews, trying to hurt me personally, messing with my parents, messing with man. messing with my money, trying to take my food. Any of them things, then all bets are off.
Mm-hmm. But so I really wasn't feeling all three of them. They're holier than thou mentality.
No, it's they really you was not threatened by her. You was not threatened.
Exactly. The fact that she even brought a damn security guard in the first place, for one, you were not even involved in the altercation. So why would you think that she's going to injure you? When y'all
she
were on good
wasn't
terms
worried about you
at all. So
right
with the bullshit.
She didn't come there originally to fight anybody to begin with.
Right.
I'm sure that day she didn't come there and was like, yeah, me and Candace gonna get into it. That was not the plan.
Right. Exactly. It just happened. Why?
So that day when she came to Karen's house, she wasn't gonna fight in Karen's house.
Escalated. So if you don't want any type of physical altercation, this whole, you shouldn't have, you're right, you shouldn't have. You shouldn't be saying whatever you want either out your mouth, because honestly, you never know what other people are capable of. That's why I don't start shit with nobody. I don't want nobody to start shit with me. Okay? Because I don't know what you're capable of. You don't know what I'm capable of. So let's just keep it PG. But for Robin, Giselle, and Wendy.
And that was something that happened. She did bring that up.
What?
Monique brought that up when she said, we have to get to a point where we're holding people accountable for saying things. She said, because, just being reckless with your mouth is just the same as somebody hitting somebody. That's when Wendy was like, no, it's not.
Like, girl.
Okay, Wendy. All right.
It's like that scene of Game of Thrones when the queen was stripped naked, walking around, and they were throwing fruit at her. Shame. That's what they wanted to do. That's what they wanted to do to Monique. They wanted her to walk around butt naked so they could throw tomatoes at her behind and go, shame. And honestly, it wasn't that big of a deal. It was a fist fight. It was a little cat fight. No one got hurt. No one needed stitches. It's unfortunate.
Well, Candace said she felt like she had some knots on her head.
Child, well, if that's the case, then
you already had a lumpy head.
Shut your dang on mouth. And I say that because they showed the mid-season trailer. And so there were some more altercations. Who wasn't involved?
Candace and her husband.
Because Candace was like, I wish you would.
And that's what she comes, and you know what? Not just that, she come running across the room up to somebody, like getting in their face. I wish you would. Like I just said earlier in the video. Doing I wish you would is the same as you gonna drag me. Don't do that.
Nothing. You don't do that. Every action has a reaction.
They're gonna drag you.
Period. So they ain't learned much.
They gonna drag you.
I'm dying to see what they say, because I saw that Chris, Candace's husband, and Michael, they get a little tiff. I don't know if it's a real fight, but
they get into it too.
So I'm dying to see what they're gonna say. Oh my God, they're fighting. Oh my God, this is such bad for my image. I would love to see that. So it's a lot of hypocrisy. I do like how Karen handled it. I like how Ashley handled it. They came with an open mind and they said, okay, well, what happened? How are you not really remorseful, but what are we going to do going forward? Did you learn from this?
Right.
And it's like,
because Robin got upset when Giselle was talking and she felt like not Candace, I keep calling the girl Candace, Monique was being condescending, and she was like, Karen, this is your house and you need to mediate, and she's being rude. If that was one of us, you wouldn't let that happen. And she said, let me tell you right now, this is my house. and y'all gonna lower your voices. Okay.
This is my friend.
Right, this is my friend, you're my friend, all y'all my friends. And just because I don't agree with everything that y'all are saying.
Wait, when she said this is my friend, and Robin was like, clearly. It's like, girl.
Yes, clearly it's my friend. Don't be like that. Don't do that. Like, it's like she don't want, because we don't like her, we don't want nobody else to like her. Well, I do like her.
It's okay.
And she's my friend.
Right. It's okay to be disappointed in her. Sure.
And Karen turned to her and she said, now listen here, girl. You don't fucked up.
You wrong.
She was like, you're wrong.
Right.
She said, but I'm going to stand by you and I'm going to be here for you.
Right.
She was like, now what are you going to do moving forward to make sure that this doesn't happen again? And Monique, once again, owned it. She was like, I did it. You're right. I did mess up. I did it. And she was like, I'm going to talk to my pastor. And that was something else that Wendy did that made me upset. She was like, well, I'm saying everything can't be prayed away.
She's honestly, Monique, there was
Let the
nothing
girl
that
go to
Monique
her
could have
pastor and
said
get
or
the counseling
done.
and see where that leads her.
There's nothing that Monique could have said or
It
done.
wasn't, other than,
basically, she got
I already said, even if she fell on her knees and begged them,
that's what they wanted.
if she would have fell on her knees and begged them, they still would have been like, I mean, you see how she was groveling and doing all that, but I still don't feel safe around her. I mean, any day she might pop off still. She did everything y'all asked her to do.
And
what more do you want?
That's another thing. Is like back to this whole standard of Black women. That fight did not start with the physical altercation. That fight started way back when everyone's putting their little 2 cents in, Giselle, Ashley, because they were telling Monique, oh yeah, I heard that Candace started being friends with Sharice when y'all started falling out. Those things was you planting seeds. The seeds grow, sweetheart. So again, that fight did not start with just the physical altercation. Y'all are so
bottom line is they feel she should have controlled herself.
Even gotten there when Candace doing her twirls and y'all should have broke that up. When she started to touch
they should have stopped her then. Yep, they should have.
I'm sorry, since you're so above this. So you can't have it both ways.
When she come in her face doing all this
reality TV show, I'm sorry, they love drama. So here we are with the drama.
You seen this when Candace said, "What you gonna do? Drag me?" You seen Karen face. Right then, they knew that was
stopped it.
That was it. But none of y'all stopped it.
Oh, because they felt like Monique should have controlled herself.
Why? She's dangerous.
Because I would have never.
She's dangerous
because of that. Oh my gosh. You never know what someone else is capable of. Cool. That's how
she's dangerous. You should have stopped her.
You cannot judge other people by your lenses. Yes, you wouldn't. I would not either. However, this ain't.
Nope, I wouldn't either. I would have just let it go.
It was Monique. So you don't know what Monique, you know what I'm saying, would do or don't do in whatever situation. So stop saying, I would never.
Right.
You cannot keep thinking that everyone thinks like you think.
She should have been able to control herself. It shouldn't have happened.
It's naive. Snap back to reality. If y'all don't want that type of negative, and that's the other thing. The violence, that looks so bad on Black women. No, y'all calling each other bitches and all those other things, those are not good for Black women either. So change all of it. I'm dying to see how y'all move going forward. Since y'all was so hard on Monique on this. Yes, she should have.
Yeah, I want to see what's going to happen with Candace.
Oh yeah.
Moving forward. With these other antics.
Yes, you do. Yes, you should hold Monique accountable for what she did. How she was very disappointing that she had this girl take her there. No, you should not have no one provoke you out your character. I get that. But here we are. And just like it may take some time for Monique to be remorseful because she's still on 10, it may also take some time for Candace, I would hope, to realize how she's accountable for this fight as well. It does take two to tango. It's not like Candace was sitting there minding business and then out of nowhere Monique just attacked her. It did not happen that way.
But I don't think Candace is going to ever acknowledge that she was wrong.
Well, then she need to learn how to fight. Learn to take some boxing lessons.
Honestly, that baby not. I don't think she is. I don't think she feel like she did nothing wrong.
Well, good luck. Because you may not fight. You may not get in a fight with me, but you never know what this person might do. That their tolerance may not be, or their patience may not be as strong as
the
mine.
next girl might not. Look, security might not be around next time you get into a fight. Then what?
I just couldn't. I didn't like the hypocrisy with those three ladies.
Yeah.
I did not whatsoever.
That whole sit down was just.
It honestly wasn't that serious for y'all to be like, oh my God, you're not a role model. Oh my God, Black women. Y'all don't represent Black women either. Yes, y'all all are Black women, but you're not representing how every Black woman acts. So it's like, how about just two people got in a fight? It's unfortunate. Yes, it is.
It's unfortunate. I was about to say it's an unfortunate situation.
Hopefully, both parties can learn from this. And that's it.
So Monique ended up saying that it might be best for her to step away from the show right now because it's got her acting out a character. It's got her doing things that she doesn't normally do. And it might be just best for her to step away.
Yeah.
And I think that that's best.
That's best. And truthfully, that's how you know she's actually kind of grown from it. Because obviously she's like, I don't want to be nowhere near Candace. Just like how Giselle was like, I want nowhere to be near you. Giselle put herself into this situation.
Right. You made it about you. It's like you're making it about you and it's not about you.
It really is. It has nothing to do with you. Really don't. But my thing is, Monique said, I can't be around her right now. Because it's going to be on.
And she said, don't feel you have to choose. She said, if y'all having some kind of event,
don't invite me.
Just invite her. Don't even worry about me.
I don't want to be near. This is what her telling you that she does not want to do this again. Because if she did, she'd be like, yeah, invite me to where she gonna be at. If she didn't have some type of remorse, it may not be, verbally.
The way you want to hear it.
Exactly. And for them to be like, oh, you're not sorry, you don't have no remorse. She said, no, she's being honest.
She did. She said, I'm not, she said, right now, no.
I always ask this when people ask me a question, do you want the truth or do you want what sounds nice? Because I could give you my truth. No,
I can do both.
Sorry. I'm not sorry. But if you want what sounds like, oh my God, yes, I am so sorry. I am so remorseful.
I'm like, yes.
This whole episode had my blood pressure so high.
Where's my
tissue? And it's like, I don't want to defend Monique, but it's like the way that they're treating her, you have no other choice. It's like, it wasn't that bad. Calm down. They make it seem like they've never seen a fight before. Calm down, honey. Calm down.
They made it seem like she Mike Tyson the hell out of her.
Yeah, like Candace got a black eye, a broken toe.
She don't bit her ear off.
Yeah.
She black and blue. She had to go to the hospital, get a blood transfusion and everything.
All of it, honey. Now,
she still had her hair and everything. She didn't even yank her hair off.
That wig stayed on, honey. So one thing though, that has nothing to do with this episode, but Monique did an interview with DJ Ricky Sky. So she kind of gave a little more insight as to what her real issue with Candace is, and it has nothing to do with on camera. So she was saying how there are two separate things going on at the same time. It's what's going on the camera and then what's going on behind the scenes. So regarding that whole thing with Charisse and that rumor with the trainer, that was not the original rumor to start. The original rumor, well, according to Monique, this is just her side.
It's just what we heard.
Right. Is that Candace and Charisse were going around trying to say that the new baby was not Chris's, it was the trainer's. That kind of backfired because the baby looked just like Chris. Sorry, that baby is a mini Chris. So that's when they said, oh no, let's spin it and let's say that she just had an affair. Yeah. So that's her rooted issue, according to Monique. And she did not want that issue behind cameras to be on camera because she don't want that rumor about her baby going around like for nonsense rumors for no reason. She was like, I'm not going to bring it
not for a show.
The problem is that anger that she was having for that backstage rumor, it did manifest on camera. So that's why people are like, why are you so damn angry? The girl apologized. I was saying,
why is she going so hard?
Yeah, like Candace did apologize multiple times. So that's what she was saying, like why she.
It's because she wasn't blaming Candace. It seemed like it was like, okay, Charisse was the problem and not Candace. So why are you so upset with Candace if it was Sharice that was starting the rumor, but really it was Candace and Sharice that was working together to spread a rumor about you.
According
but you're
to
only
Monique.
on camera. It's
Right.
She is going with the smoke. Now, I had heard about this before the show started, but now hearing that part, it made it make sense to me, because before the show started, it was like Monique said that her and Candace was going to have a fallout because Candace did not stick to the script. And I was like, this is not a scripted show. What are y'all doing? Now that makes sense. So apparently, Candace, I don't think, was supposed to bring Sharice along. Something happened during the show. Candace don't pick the side, don't did something. They had already agreed to follow along with a plan, and she went awry. And I think that contributed to her anger too. It was like, we already had this rumor out here. I do believe that Sharice did start a rumor. Candace got involved where she shouldn't have. I think that Candace was supposed to have been on her side. That's why I feel like she was like, you betrayed me, you was my friend. You were supposed to have my back in the situation, and you didn't. You got involved with it on the wrong side, and that was not what we agreed on. But instead, you, I guess, trying to get more camera time, you went ahead and you started buddying up with my enemy. I think that's where that comes in. She was like, we had a plan. That was not the plan.
Yeah.
So I said, now it makes sense when you said that y'all had a plan and she didn't follow the plan.
That's going to.
So that's why they had a fight. I knew there was going to be a fight. I didn't know that was what she meant by a fight. I meant just the argument. I didn't know there was going to be a fight.
I think it didn't mean, it just escalated to that. She just had enough. Like I said, I've said it 10 times in this damn video.
Yeah.
I don't condone violence. It's not okay what she did, but it's not. I don't think that it's that big of a deal. Like they're making it. It wasn't that big of a deal. It was unfortunate. Yes, it was.
I don't feel like it warranted her to be having to sit up there on the chopping block and be sliced and diced the way they were trying to.
Child, they wanted her to please.
Because that's exactly what they did. It was like, sit up there and be judged by all of y'all. And it really had nothing to do with it, you guys.
Right. So that was this episode.
Indirectly, sure. So
that was this episode, honey.
That's it. This was a long review. It was a lot going on.
Yeah, it was. It was just so much to discuss with their antics. I just it got on under my skin. It really did. That was unnecessary. But hey, we shall see how the rest of the season turn out, though. I'm dying to see.
We only halfway done with the season.
Yeah, but finally that fight is over. So now we ain't got to worry about 1 week later. You know what I mean? We got to worry about that no more. The fight's over.
No more. Next week. Next week.
Yeah, we shall see how happens next week and how these ladies move
forward.
So
let me back to being bored.
That's all we got. Until next time. Bye, guys.